Good morning, everybody. Pastor Rick here, Broadman Baptist Church. This is the Broadman Word for January 3rd, 2024. This is my first Broadman Word of the year, and I hope Christmas and this new year were all wonderful for you, that you're living your best life in the Lord, and that everything's looking good for 2024. I want to talk to you about 2024 just a little bit today, and more specifically about how we can go about ourselves, conducting ourselves in 2024. More specifically than that, even some perspective on Matthew chapter 5 is what we're going to do today. I'm going to read you a few verses. We're going to camp out, though, on 5:5, talking about meekness. And maybe a little bit different look at it than what you've thought of before. But starting in Matthew 5:3, this is Jesus talking. It says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. And blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. And blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom in heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me." That's a whole mouthful. We're going to just take a little piece of it here. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. You know, there's not much favor found in our society in meekness or gentleness of spirit, or they're generally considered signs of weakness, not strength, and not things to be envied or modeled either. It might sound like a good concept, but in practice, if you look at the world around you, people are in defense mode. They're ready to be angry and act out even violently about almost anything, and really fast too. And then if you look at the worldly measure of greatness, it's about visibility. It's about being overt, about being conspicuous. It's about followers and likes and clicks, and you know the story. I don't have to spend time with you on that. So then the opposite of that, which is the true strength, meekness and gentleness, according to God's word. No surprise, God's concept of strength is different than that of the world's, and yet another reason for the world to push back against you when you demonstrate meekness and gentleness. But we need to understand the truth, and God's word is the truth. We need to understand that. In classical Greek, this concept of gentle or meek doesn't mean weak or weakness or inability or fear or being timid or intimidation. It actually means power under control. And so if you think about it, when you display a meekness of spirit, gentleness, you display power under control, because you know the ultimate end of this thing. It's the return of Jesus and the reign over a new heaven and a new earth, of which you will be a part. So you've already gained victory over all of this nonsense and noise, violence, and pomposity, the megalomania and all of the puffery that comes along with trying to be famous or in today's society. We don't need to do that. We've gained victory over all that already. So when we don't do as the world does, when you are confronted, perhaps confronted for being a Christian, either situation is irrelevant. and you display gentleness and meekness and you don't respond as the world responds, it is a demonstration of holiness, meaning you're separate from the world, so you don't have to be like the world anymore, number one. It is a demonstration of your power in and through the gospel of Jesus Christ, and as a redeemed child of the one true God. And so you have all of that power and authority within you, but it is under control, and you do not need to act or use the words and language or the violence or the general upset of the world when confronted. You have a peace that comes from being a disciple of Jesus Christ, from being an ambassador of his gospel, not only just a peace, but a responsibility to act at peace. And when the things of the world happen, and since we are in the world, of course, we're not of it anymore, but since we are in the world, the things of the world will happen to us. Part of the reason we're here is to demonstrate the love of Christ and the power of the love of Christ in the life of a believer when the things of the world happen. So, Jesus is saying here, those who keep their power under control shall inherit the earth. And so that's amazing. That's a quote from Dr. Robert Jeffries in one of his devotionals. So that's an amazing thought. You are demonstrating your authority, your power of somebody who knows that through this power under control, you are ensuring your inheritance of the earth, the recreated earth, one without sin and anger and pain and frustration and all the things of our day. That is the inheritance of the gentle and the meek. So we need to then focus on what we can do to be different. You know, Broadman Baptist Church says a church that makes a difference. Well, I would submit that all Christians are on mission to make a difference, but it says so in our church, right out there on the sign. So if you're going to make a difference, you have to be different. You can't just be like the world. You can't react like the world does, say what it does, act like it does, do what it does, think like it does. You have a different existence now, a spiritual one, based on the truth of the Word of God. And in this particular case, it says to do and be differently than what the world thinks of as strength and power. So, these fits of rage that we see on the news, and we see all of the violent protests, and we see people trying to get over on each other and to be more and bigger and louder, and we have no business in that. Even interpersonally, meaning one-to-one, with our relationships, work, school, family, social, sports, we don't have that responsibility or that need either. Gentleness and meekness is the rule of the day. It is the demeanor that we're supposed to carry into any situation, and in doing so, we carry the demeanor of Christ with us. You know, he only got angry one time, and it was a righteous anger, flipping the tables in the temple against the money changers. No matter what else happened to him, he maintained a meekness and gentleness of spirit, thought, and speech. So, we are to be the examples of Christ to the world, the broken world who needs a Savior. And we can't do that if we're not acting different. So I would encourage you to spend some time in contemplation about Matthew chapter 5. It's not too terribly long. You could read it in one sitting for sure. And think about all of the things that you need to do to be blessed. But specifically in 2024, under this umbrella that I've been talking to you about, of transformational thinking about your Christianity, about what it means to be a Christian, what it means to be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ, what it means to be a member of a congregation, Broadman specifically. In my attempts to get you to reevaluate all of it and come out with a transformed view of who you are in the church, who you are in Christ, who you're supposed to be in this world. With that in mind, I want you to consider applying Matthew 5:5 and consider being blessed because you are, through being gentle and meek, showing power under control, but most importantly, securing your inheritance of the kingdom. And that is your ultimate personal goal, to someday hear that well done, good and faithful servant statement from Jesus. And meekness and gentleness of spirit are not easy. A lot of nonsense in this world, but it is required. Listen, I love you. I hope you have a marvelous day in the Lord. I'll talk to you next time.